Hi everyone, this is Peter McPhail with Lifestyle Properties of Maine. Thanks for joining me today. We're in the town of Enfield, Maine on the Penobscot River. We're going to look at an 8-acre lot with 760 feet on the river. It's got all kinds of road frontage on Oakview Lane, road frontage on Route 2, heavily wooded. It's all been surveyed. So I know a lot of you have missed out on that piece of land in Maine. This is a beautiful piece, you got to come check it out. Let's talk a little bit about the town of Enfield. So the town of Enfield has about 1,500 residents here, and then we are about, from the city of Bangor, we're about 35 minutes away. City of Bangor, you have the international airport, all kinds of fantastic restaurants, nice city. You have a lot of venues there for outdoor concerts, the Maine Savings Amphitheater, you have the Cross Insurance Center, you can catch some professional bull riding and all kinds of different shows. Matter of fact, I think Jeff Dunham is coming to the Cross Center in December. So this is a great location. The town of Enfield was settled in 1821, incorporated in 1835. The most excitement that has happened in this town was in 1891. There were 4 armed bank robbers that boarded the train at Enfield Station, shot at the conductor, shot at the engineer. Nobody got hurt. They tried to break into the mail car, unsuccessful at that. Took off in the middle of the night. Never were to be caught. They later earned the name of the Barney Fife Gang. All right, I may have been making up the part about the Barney Fife Gang, but you get the point. They were unsuccessful, 4 armed robbers, and couldn't break into the mail car. Penobscot River, phenomenal bass fishing. We are actually behind one of the largest hydro dams on the river, so it kind of forms like a lake in this section. So the fishing is absolutely amazing. A number of years ago, I came down here to test out for the season. I had a little 9-horse motor on my boat, just had it serviced, and I was heading out on a fishing trip. Wanted to make sure it was working right. So I launched the boat here, went out on the river. Plan was just to start it, run around, make sure it was gonna run right. There was a hatch of damselflies. Bass were jumping everywhere. Of course, I just happened to have my fishing rod with me. I think in about 2 to 3 hours, I had 60 fish on. So if you enjoy fishing, it's phenomenal. A couple of other interesting places from here within minutes. If you enjoy golfing, the Brook Golf Course, it's a nice 9-hole course. It's just a few minutes away. The boat launch to Coldstream Pond is one of the largest bodies of water in the area. That's about a little over 3,600 acres, 104 feet deep, spring fed. So any water activity you want to enjoy can be had on that lake. I'm going to walk you down through the lot. It's heavily wooded. We're going to try to avoid the acorns that are falling from the trees. It'd be like hit in the head with a musket ball. So we'll see how we make out today. So as I said earlier, guys, this lot is fully surveyed, and I have located the southeast corner, also located the northeast corner so far. But we're just going to kind of pick our way down through. As I said earlier, it is heavily, heavily wooded. A lot of mature oak trees. You have hemlock and some big fir in here. So the elevations here are running 160 to 170 feet above sea level. The soil types here, we have Charles silt loam and Machias fine sandy loam. So you would have some really good opportunities, obviously, to build and to do some really nice gardening here as well, with a little bit of soil amendments, but I don't think you'd have to do a whole lot. All right, we just located the northwest survey pin here. We're standing on the banks of the Penobscot. For those of you, if you've ever spent time on the Penobscot, let me know, put it in the comments below. If you have never spent time on the Penobscot, you are missing out. Put your canoe, your kayak in. We just had a bass boat going upriver here. Like I said, prime fishing. This is the longest river in the state of Maine, 109 miles, that is totally within the boundaries of the state of Maine. Incredible fishing, guys. I know Phil and I have fished up on the West Branch, fly fishing for landlocked salmon. Phil more so than me, but just a beautiful, beautiful river, guys. Let's kind of work our way back through the property, give you guys a better look at it. So a little more history about the Penobscot River. It was a major trade corridor from the interior of Maine to Bangor. Ships would come up from the coast, Penobscot Bay, up to Bangor, and then from Bangor north, that's when the old river drivers, you had the loggers that were driving the logs down river, down to Bangor, and they would get loaded up on a ship and off to where they needed to go, or they would be in Bangor and the mills there would produce some sort of product for them. And again, they'd be shipped off out of Bangor down into the ocean, Penobscot Bay. But as you can see, guys, it is a thick, heavily wooded piece of property. So we are about in the center of the lot right now. And what I have noticed so far, the topography would be the north end and the south end. I'm sorry, the east and the west ends would be the higher elevation. So I think your building sites are going to be on the ends of the property. The center of it is where the elevations take a dip, which is what we're in now. And I'm seeing some seasonal runoffs through here, drainages that are coming down through and into the river. I'm seeing some pretty good deer activity in here and some beaver activity. Another little seasonal flowage here. So we're at the northeast corner, and the survey map says 6 by 6 inch granite monument. We found that here. It's tipped over. Obviously, you know, over the years, we've had some pretty significant ice jams that have come down through. I'm guessing probably some ice jam hit that and tipped it off. We are going to work our way up to some little bit higher elevation on the other road frontage on Route 2. Let's head up, check that out. So we are definitely changing elevation here. And if you want to build on this lot, what do you need to do? I would say step number one, you know, obviously if you make an offer with a seller, come to an agreement, you would want to have a survey elevation done to get a building permit. You want to make sure you're a foot above the floodplain. So that's probably step one. And then once you determine that, like I said, either end of the property, as we're coming up here, your higher elevations. And then you'd have to have a soil scientist come in, do a septic design plan. That runs around $600, give or take. Get that done and then file your building permit with the town. So not much to it, guys. So I found the northeast survey pin along US Route 2. There's some old blue blaze. You can see where the trees kind of grown in around it, but you still see some blue paint. We picked up some blue paint walking up off the river. So we've located all 4 corner pins here and the old blazes on the boundary lines as well. Let's recap what we looked at today. We have 8 plus or minus surveyed acres with 760 plus or minus feet on the Penobscot River. We have road frontage on Oakview Lane, road frontage on Route 2. The asking price is $87,700. The yearly taxes here are just under $400 per year. Hey, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe and click the notification bell. We appreciate you guys watching. This has been Peter McPhail with Lifestyle Properties of Maine. Look forward to seeing you guys again real soon.